Hello, YouTube fam. How y'all doing? This is your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, a channel where I rant and I review. I'm your host, Uncle Tim. Now, you know what? I'm going to just be honest. I sit here and I watch everything, right? And I'm sitting here looking at the moon landing, right? I was looking at the original broadcast of the moon landing. And I have to say, it's pure bullshit, right? Bullshit. At Man may have reached the moon, but not at that present time in the 60s. I'm going to be honest. You telling me you made it to the moon, right? You landed on the damn moon. Who was there videotaping the damn moon landing? Who videotaped it? Did somebody fly up there before they got there and stayed there just to videotape them landing? Then when they took off, they left the person there? But people like, but they had remote cameras there. How you have a camera there before the people actually get there? Then, on top of that, tell me why the moon suits that they had like, the air holes from the umbilical cord, right? I'm like, wait, what are you doing? Like, how does that make any damn sense, right? Man. Then the thing that they got that landed, it's in a museum. And I'm like, it's held together by paper towels and duct tape. And I'm like, you telling me this shit landed on the moon? And what did the rover come from? What did the moon lander come from? What that actual vehicle they used to drive around on? That didn't come from that damn ship. What was that at? Was it already there? Come on, make it make sense, man. Make it make sense. Shit don't make no sense. Dude, this is the thing that gets me most of the time. Half of this stuff is not making sense, bro. And it just won't make sense, man. Dude, this is why I tell a lot of people, pay attention. Shit do not make sense, and it haven't made sense in years, bro. This is why I keep pushing. And I keep telling people, man, question shit. Just don't sit there and be like, oh, man, you know what? I believe what they telling me, man, because, see, that makes a little bit sense. It don't make no damn sense, bro. You telling me that if you look at it, you got the SpaceX rocket, right? Then you got the space shuttle, right? Even with the space shuttle, you telling me the space shuttle is going to get out of the atmosphere, right? Even if we are, able to get outside the atmosphere. And I thought about it. I said, hey, honestly, we probably could have been to the moon. What if the moon is not in outer space? What if the moon is inside the firmament? What if the sun is inside the firmament? You ever thought about that? Have you thought about that? See, people don't think about this shit. See, people think about the other random shit like, oh, man, and see, you can see stars out there. Man, you know what? I believe when they were walking, in space, I believe that was actually underwater. I believe the space station is underwater. They got a practice space station that's underwater. But you notice the shit don't make sense. The stars are not what they're supposed to be. Stuff is moving funnily, man. You know what? I am not paying attention to anything. Dude, then you study having all these SpaceX rockets explode. Tell me why Katy Perry and all those people allegedly went up into the atmosphere and came down in the pod. It came down and landed beautifully, man. And tell me, there's no rust, there's no burn marks on it whatsoever. Stop fucking playing with me. Do I look stupid? Do it look like I have common sense? Even if it made any sense, they dropped those pods off the back of a big commercial bomber, and the parachutes deploy, and you think it just landed in the atmosphere. Come on now. Or you already found it in the water. You notice rockets don't go straight up, they curve. You know, hell, that's probably why the Bermuda Triangle's so fucked up, because all of those actual rockets landed over there. Dude, stuff is not happening the way you think it is. And see, this is what we thinking. We think that this world, they telling us the truth. They not. Dude, if you look at it and put logic behind it, it don't make no sense. People are like, well, you know, it costs too much to go back to the moon and this, and this. Man, shut up. You know how much it costs to do certain things and they do it anyway? Dude, you know how much it costs just to rip the road up in front of your damn house? You know how many times they done ripped the street up in front of my house? They done ripped the street since I've been here. They done ripped the street up damn near 10 or 15 damn times. Dude, shit don't make sense. But, dude, you just got to think about it. Shit don't make sense, but they do it anyway. You could go into space. Man would have tried to colonize every planet out there. But you telling me man ain't tried to do shit yet. That's where you fall apart at. But they also saying that, you know, there was a ship found on, you know, the moon that was the size of damn near the Empire State Building. In the field, you know, in the old ruins and everything. You know what? Dude, the moon could be real. But the moon can be inside the firmament. Don't mean that you flew. I don't believe the moon is that far away, bro. Because if the moon was that far away, how the hell they get there? You just showing me the lander landing on the moon. But how did they get there? There was no space shuttles back there. And you telling me about this damn space shuttle. Hell, I done seen the space shuttle fly on back of a damn plane before. Fly right on the back of the plane. The space shuttle is light. It's the booster rockets and all that stuff that get it out there. And the inertia keeps it moving once it gets into space. Just the blasters. But when was the last time, if you ever seen a space shuttle actually go out into the atmosphere, you know, into the damn space and do something? If all the rockets are exploding, how are people getting to the International Space Station? Hey, Unc, you making too much sense. Bro, when you start talking sense, shit don't make sense. See, a lot of people try to debunk. Go look at the actual moon lander. You look at that damn thing. Who shot the footage of the fucking thing landing? Oh, they had remote cameras. Then who planted the remote? I thought that was the first expedition to the moon. So so there was another expedition before then that set cameras there, or they left a cameraman there for that he could shoot them landing? Dude, there's so many holes in this damn story. Back then, a lot of people didn't look at stuff like that. Dude, they haven't really been back to the damn moon. They lying to you. You know, they're talking about the Challenger conspiracy. You know, the space shuttle that went up and exploded. And it's alleged that all these people had twin family members, like twin brothers and sisters. And, you know, you see these people still alive. People never died. I truly believe those people never died. They were never on that space shuttle. Dude, that space shuttle situation was set up by NASA to let you know that we're not going to explore space no more. That was one of the biggest things that they did to say, this is why we stopping. It was too expensive. But you notice NASA is focusing on the deep sea. Why? DC and the Grand Canyon. Those are two places that they're exploring. The Grand Canyon, because half of that is corded off. And underwater. You honestly believe man haven't explored the whole ocean? It has. Man has been around this planet. It's just the stuff that's there. They haven't told you. Why? Because you don't need to know. Dude, if they told you it was more land, they were telling you that it's life under the sea. I'm talking about basically life that looks almost human. You wouldn't believe that. Because, see, we are so caught up in the process that, you know, everything for us is this. This is all it is. They're actually mermaids. There are mermen. There are a lot of this shit under the water. Dude, there's things under the water. Even sometimes they found sharks with spears in them. Why the hell do the shark got a spear in it? What actually put a spear in a shark? Dude, pay attention. There are megalodons still exist. Off the coast of, I forgot where it was at. They found a cage with a Meg in it. And the guy went underwater to see. It may be a hoax, but you know what? I believe this. I believe that the shit you think you know, you truly don't know. And that's the thing. Everything that you know, it's crazy as hell.